Well, hi, hello, my dear students. Welcome to my video lecture class. Right up to now, I uploaded video lectures on the chapter Electromagnetic Current Induction. So, in this chapter, I already uploaded 2 video lectures. So, please watch the previous lectures for better understanding. Now, today I am going to discuss few more details about this chapter Electromagnetic Induction. Dear student, please watch the lecture till the end. Definitely you should get all concepts with crystal clear. Right. So today's topic in chapter Electromagnetic Induction. Today's topic is types of EMI. Types of EMI. So we had 3 types of EMI. First one, static EMI. Second one, dynamic EMI. Third type is static EMI, dynamic EMI and periodic EMI. So these are the 3 types of EMI. Okay. So static EMI, dynamic EMI, periodic EMI. So we'll discuss these 3 types now. Observe carefully. In this static EMI, again classified into 2 types. One is self-induction. Second one is mutual induction. In static EMI, we had 2 types of inductions are there. One is self-induction, mutual induction. First of all, static EMI means static EMI. Dear student, observe here, static means rest. So here the body is at rest. One thing is clear, static means rest. Here in this EMI, body is going to be rest. Whatever the body we consider, that body is at rest. Then what is changes here? Here, magnetic field is changes, area is constant and angle theta is constant. Here magnetic field is changes but area and theta are constant. Here theta is angle between B bar and A bar. Here theta means angle between A bar and B bar. Angle between B bar and A bar is called theta. Okay. So here B is changes but A and theta are constants in static EMI. A means area, theta is angle between B bar and A bar. Okay. So whenever B changes, definitely flux changes. If flux changes, EMF and electric currents are induced. Well, observe here, magnetic field changes, then flux is changes. If flux changes according to Faraday, Faraday is the scientist introducing the concept of EMI. Faraday is the first scientist introducing the concept of EMI. What he told, according to Faraday, if any body flux is changes, the flux linked with the body changes, then EMF or electric current is induced in that body. So here flux changes, definitely EMF and electric currents are induced. Okay. So this is about static EMI. Generally these things are happening in static EMI. Next, coming to dynamic EMI. In dynamic EMI, generally area is changes. Here magnetic field and theta are constants. Here B means magnetic field, A means area. Area is changes, B and theta are constants. A changes means definitely flux changes. Magnetic flux changes. If magnetic flux changes means definitely EMF and current are induced. Okay, so this is about dynamic EMI. Finally, if you consider static EMI or dynamic EMI or any EMI, here EMF and electric current are induced. That is common thing here. But in static EMI, EMF is induced due to magnetic field change. In dynamic EMI, EMF is induced due to area change. In periodic EMI, EMF is induced due to theta change. Theta change. Okay. In periodic EMI, if you consider periodic EMI, in periodic EMI, theta is changes. Theta is changes. When theta changes, if coil rotates, coil is nothing but whatever the body we consider. That coil is rotated, then theta will going to be changes. If theta changes means definitely magnetic flux is changes. Because the magnetic flux formula is phi is equal to BA cos theta. The magnetic flux depends upon magnetic field, magnetic flux depends upon area, it depends upon theta. If magnetic field changes, then magnetic flux changes. If area changes, magnetic flux changes. If theta changes, also magnetic flux changes. Because magnetic flux depends upon magnetic field, area and theta. So here pi changes means according to Faraday, definitely EMF and electric currents are induced. EMF and electric currents are induced. Okay. So these are shortcut definitions. How to memorize the static EMI? Static EMI, the name itself, static means stationary. What is stationary here? The body is stationary. Whatever the body we consider. So generally, this is magnetic field. In this magnetic field, I consider one body. This is a conducting coil. Okay. So this body is stationary. It does not move. Body is stationary. That is the meaning of static. Body is stationary and EMF is induced. EMF and electric current is induced in that. That is called static EMI. Here, how the EMF is induced? Here the magnetic field is changes, but area and theta are constants. In dynamic EMI, area changes, magnetic field and theta are constants. In periodic EMI, theta changes, and here theta changes means what are constants here? Here constants are area and magnetic field are constants. A means area here, B means magnetic field. Okay. So these are the shortcut definitions of static EMI and dynamic EMI and periodic EMI. Now we will discuss detailed manner about the static EMI. In this static EMI, we had most important two inductions are there. One is self-induction, another one is mutual induction. These two are very important for the board as well as NEET point of view. Self-induction and mutual induction concepts are very important. Generally in competitive exams, so this self-induction and mutual induction has given so many times. Numericals are given based upon the self-induction and mutual induction concept in competitive exams. Now we will discuss the self-induction and mutual inductions. It's very clear with some example problems also. So observe carefully. So note down this. Completed? Right. So this is the overall concept in short manner. Now I will discuss briefly about self-induction and mutual induction. First of all, self-induction. What is meant by self-induction? Self-induction, nothing but if EMF or electric current, EMF or electric current induced in the conductor, if EMF or electric current is induced in the conductor due to rate of change of flux, magnetic flux, rate of change of flux in the same conductor, rate of change of flux in same conductor or coil is called. So first of all, this is the definition. Self-induction is nothing but if EMF or electric current is induced in the conductor. If you consider any conductor, for example, I will consider one inductor. This is inductor. It contains spring-like structure. This is the symbol of inductor. Okay. Let I be the current passing through it. So let I be the current passing through this. I is changes. I consider here electric current is going to be changes. If electric current changes means, then what will happen? You know already, according to Oersted, every current carrying conductor produces magnetic field. Here inductor also nothing but conductor. It is acts as one conductor. So here every current carrying conductor produces magnetic field. Here some current is passing through this. Definitely it will produce magnetic field. So that means it will produce magnetic field. Okay, according to Oersted, every current carrying conductor produces magnetic field. Here observe carefully. This current is changes. Current changes means magnetic field also changes. Because every current carrying conductor produces magnetic field. If current changes means the magnetic field also changes. If magnetic field changes means flux changes. If flux is changes means, you know already, according to Faraday, if a flux changes means EMF or electric currents are induced. Electric currents are induced. Well, observe here. If EMF or electric current induced in the conductor due to rate of change of flux in same conductor or coil. Here, this current is changes. Due to this current changes, magnetic field is changes. If magnetic field is changes, flux is changes. If flux changes, EMF or electric current are induced. Due to the flux changes in the same conductor, in this conductor only flux is changes. Due to that flux change, EMF is induced in the same conductor. That's why this is self-induction. Okay, self means the current is induced in the conductor due to rate of change of flux in same conductor. So this is nothing but definition of self-induction. So next we will discuss derivation of this. Observe carefully. Here let us consider I be the current passing through this conductor. Okay, let I be the current passing through this conductor. Here, observe carefully. Here some coils are present. Okay, so I will draw. Okay, observe here. Some coils are present here. Let us consider n number of coils. These coils are n number of coils. Each coil has, I consider, flux is pi. Let I be the current passing through this coil. You know already, according to Oersted, current carrying conductor produces magnetic field. If magnetic field, this current is changes means, I consider this current increases or decreases. If current changes means definitely magnetic flux is changes. Am I right? So here I consider several turns are there. In this several turns, I consider n number of turns these are. In that each turn has flux of pi. Then this total flux linked with this conductor is directly proportional to current passing through this conductor. Current passing through this conductor. Observe carefully. If flux is increases, then definitely electric current is increases in the conductor. If electric current passing through this conductor is increases, then magnetic flux linked with the total coil is also increases. Here, electric current and flux both are directly proportional. Or you got my point? If electric current is increases, then what will happen? Magnetic field is increases. If magnetic field is increases means what will happen? Flux is increases. So because electric current, magnetic field and magnetic flux, these are all are interlinked parameters. So electric current is directly proportional to magnetic flux. Generally, electric current is directly proportional to magnetic field. This magnetic field is directly proportional to flux. So that's why electric current is directly proportional to flux. So this is very, very important. If magnetic flux changes, then electric current also changes. That means electric current is directly proportional to magnetic flux. So each coil has flux, I consider pi. Here how many coils are there? N number of coils are there. One coil has magnetic flux pi means n number of coils are there means total flux is n pi. N pi is directly proportional to electric current I. Okay. So then n pi is directly proportional to I. If you are removing this proportionality limit, while we are removing this proportionality limit, we are placing some constant. That constant I consider as L. L into I. N pi is equal to L into I. Okay. So this L is nothing but proportionality constant. This L is here proportionality constant. Generally this L is acts as proportionality constant. This L is we are also called as self-inductance. Okay. L is nothing but here self-inductance. So then from this self-inductance formula, self-inductance L is equal to N pi by I. N pi by I. So self-inductance L is equal to N pi by I. Here N means number of turns. Pi means magnetic flux. I means electric current passing through this coil. Electric current. Okay. So then how to define this self-inductance based upon this formula? Observe carefully. What is the formula here? L is equal to N pi by I. Then how can we define this? Simple, very simple. Observe carefully. N pi means flux. The flux linked with the coil. If some electric current is passing through the coil, that is called self-inductance. Self-inductance is defined as the magnetic flux linked with the coil, definition of self-inductance. Okay, the magnetic flux linked with the coil when electric current passing through it, electric current I passing through it, okay. So this is the definition of self-inductance. Observe carefully. Based upon this formula only we written this definition. The magnetic flux, numerator, observe what is the numerator contains total flux. The total magnetic flux linked with the coil when electric current passing through it. Okay, whenever electric current passing through the coil, the total flux is linked with the coil is called self-inductance. Okay, so this is self-inductance. Now what is unit of self-inductance? So we'll discuss, and on which parameters this self-inductance will depends. So these are all we will discuss. First note down this. Right. L is equal to N pi by I. We can write N pi is equal to Li. Okay. Here N pi means total flux. If N number of turns are there, if N number of turns, that time flux is N pi. If one turn, then flux is phi is equal to Li. If only single loop is there, that time flux is equal to Li formula. Only single loop. One turn means single loop. Single loop is there, flux is equal to Li. If N number of turns are there, that means a coil is there. Coil should contain N number of turns. That time N pi is equal to Li is the formula. What is the unit here? Unit of self-inductance. Unit of self-inductance. L is equal to pi by I. So this is the formula of self-inductance. Pi means magnetic flux. What is the unit of magnetic flux? Weber. Weber is the unit of magnetic flux. By electric current unit, ampere. Okay. So self-inductance formula is L is equal to pi by I. Unit of magnetic flux is Weber. SI unit of magnetic flux Weber. Here pi is there by. Electric current unit is ampere. So Weber per ampere is SI unit of self-inductance. Simply we can call this one as Henry. We are indicated with H. Okay. Henry is SI unit of self-inductance. SI unit of L. Okay. What is SI unit of self-inductance? Henry. Generally Weber per ampere. Weber per ampere is simply we can call it as Henry. Henry is scientist name. Okay. So based upon scientist name we given the unit for self-inductance is Henry. So Weber per ampere is simply called as Henry. That means 1 Weber per ampere is equal to 1 Henry. Okay. 1 H. So SI unit of self-inductance is Henry. Now, most important note point here. Very, very important for the competitive exam purpose. Self-inductance independent upon magnetic flux and electric current. Independent upon pi and I. Okay, self-inductance is independent upon pi and I because this is proportionality constant. It does not depends upon pi and I. Simple thing. You know already Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law? V is equal to IR. Here also resistance is proportionality constant. This is also proportionality constant. Resistance is independent upon voltage, independent upon current. Okay. Similarly, here also self-inductance L is equal to generally formula pi by I, but it is independent upon magnetic flux, it is independent upon electric current. So very important point. Okay, note down this. Completed? Right. So I already told, if you consider inductor, let I be the current passing through it. This is changes. This electric current is changes. Then magnetic field is changes. If magnetic field is changes, flux changes. So due to the flux changes in this coil, in the same coil, electric current is induced. That's why that induced current is called. That current is called self-induced current. That induced current is called self-induced current. That EMF is called self-induced EMF. Okay. What is the formula of self-induced EMF? Generally, EMF formula according to Lenz's law. According to Lenz's law. EMF, induced EMF. This is self-induced EMF. Why we call self-induced EMF? Here flux changes in this coil, EMF also induced in the same coil. Okay, due to the flux changes in the same coil, EMF is induced. That's why this EMF is called self-induced EMF. What is the formula of self-induced EMF? Generally, according to Lenz's law, E is equal to minus d phi by dt. EMF formula E is equal to minus d phi by dt. So here E is equal to minus d by dt of pi means, you know already, flux is equal to self-inductance into current. So if you write that L into I. Okay. So now observe here. L is constant here because it is proportionality constant. Constant is taken out. Then what we will get? Minus L into di by dt. So this is very important formula. The induced EMF, the self-induced EMF is equal to minus L into di by dt. Minus L into di by dt. What is minus L? What is the minus here? The self-induced EMF opposes the change of current. Okay, so the self-induced EMF opposes the change of this current. Observe carefully. Di by dt means rate of change of current. This change is opposed by this EMF. So that's why we consider minus. This minus is not belongs to magnitude. This negative sign indicates the induced EMF, the self-induced EMF opposes the change of current. Opposes the change of current. So now I will discuss how it will opposes. So I will discuss now. Please note down this. Right. The self-induced EMF opposes the change of current. How it will opposes, I will discuss now. Case 1. Here, so this is an inductor. In this inductor, electric current is increases. I consider increases. electric current is increases. Whenever electric current is increases gradually, magnetic field also increases according to Oersted. Every current carrying conductor produces magnetic field. So this current increases means magnetic field is increases. Okay. So then how this induced EMF opposes this, I will discuss. First of all, recap concept. What is the concept? I increases, that means I changes, increases or decreases. If electric current changes, magnetic field is changes. If magnetic field is changes, flux will changes. If flux is changes, EMF is induced. EMF or electric current, EMF and electric current are induced in the same coil. That's why these EMF and current are self-induced EMF and this current is self-induced current. Okay, so how it will opposes? Observe carefully. What is the formula? E is equal to minus L into di by dt. They given here current increases. That means current increases means di by dt is positive. Am I right? Current increases means di by dt is positive. If you substitute di by dt is positive value, then what we will get? E is equal to minus L into di by dt only. So what is the meaning of this? If di by dt is positive value means the direction of, what is the meaning of this? The direction of EMF is acting opposite to direction of EMF or current acting opposite to rate of change of current. So observe carefully. Here current is increases. Whenever current increases, this EMF direction, this dA by dt direction, both are opposite direction. Because this EMF is opposes changes current. EMF opposes this change in current. How it will oppose? If current is moving in this direction means, if EMF is acting in this direction, if EMF is acting in opposite direction means it can able to oppose this current. So that's why if current is increasing in the coil, then EMF direction, electric current direction, both are opposite direction. That means we can write more point here. Induced EMF opposes the growing current. We can write like this. Induced EMF is opposes the growing current. Okay, it is opposes the growing current. So this is very, very important point. So this is about case 1. Observe carefully. You know formula, E is equal to minus L into di by dt. If di by dt is positive value, when positive value, if electric current is increases means current changes with respect to time. Current is changes with respect to time is positive. Then E is equal to minus L into positive value. Then what we will get? The direction of this negative sign indicates. The direction of EMF is acting opposite to rate of change of current. That means EMF is opposes the growing current. That induced EMF is opposes the growing current. When? If electric current is positive. When? If di by dt, if current is increases. If current is increases in the coil. This is important. If current is increases in the coil, then definitely the induced EMF opposes the growing current. Induced EMF opposes the growing current. This is case 1. Next. Note down this. Next, case 2. For example, let us consider coil. Now case 2 is, let I be the current passing through this conductor. This current is decreases. Current is decreases. Current is decreases means, if current decreases means di by dt is negative. di by dt value is negative. Okay. So then di by dt is negative means E formula is minus L into di by dt. The induced EMF formula E is equal to minus L into di by dt. Here di by dt value is negative. Substitute that, minus L into minus of di by dt. Since here current decreases. Current decreases means it changes with respect to time. Current is decreases with respect to time. That's why di by dt is negative. If di by dt value is negative, then it is multiplied with this minus L. What we will get? We will get E is equal to minus into minus plus L into di by dt. L into di by dt. Observe carefully here. The induced EMF here direction and this change in current direction, both directions are same direction, because here we don't get any minus value here. What is the meaning of this? Here we got plus. That means induced EMF direction and di by dt direction both are same. Because we got here E into plus L into di by dt. In case 1 we got E is equal to minus L into di by dt. Minus is came means here this induced EMF opposes the change of current, but here it is plus. Then what we will write here? Here definitely the induced EMF or current, opposes the induced EMF. In first case it opposes, but in second case it supports the change in current. So the induced EMF supports the change in current. Change in current is nothing but here decreasing current. Decreasing also called as dying current. Die current. Okay. Here current is decreases. So keep it in mind. The induced EMF supports the decreasing current. The induced EMF opposes the growing current. These are the two cases. Okay. So generally, if electric current is changes, then magnetic field is changes. If magnetic field is changes, definitely magnetic flux is changes. If magnetic flux is changes, according to Faraday, the EMF or electric current are induced in that coil. That induced EMF and induced current are supports the decreasing current. They are opposes the increasing current. So these are the main note points. So the first note point in case 1 is this induced current is opposes the growing current. The second note point in case 2 is the induced EMF is supports the decreasing current. Then how it is acting? EMF direction, same direction only. So this is EMF direction. So now EMF direction and current direction both are same, because this current is decreases. For decreasing current, EMF is supports. Okay, so this is very, very important. So now we will discuss case 3. Please note down this. Right. Now we will discuss case 3. So what is case 3 here? Observe carefully. If electric current is equal to 0, the current passing through this inductor is equal to 0, then what will happen? If current is equal to 0 means magnetic field is 0. Magnetic field is equal to 0. If magnetic field is equal to 0 means, because according to Oersted, who is the scientist? Oersted. So Oersted, current carrying conductor produces magnetic field. Here current is 0 means definitely magnetic field is 0. If magnetic field is 0 means magnetic flux is equal to 0. If magnetic flux is equal to 0 means induced EMF is equal to 0. Induced EMF is equal to 0 and induced current also 0. Induced current, I consider I dash. Induced current also 0. Okay. So this is very, very important. If there is no electric current passing through the conductor, then definitely electric current is 0, then magnetic field is 0. If it is 0, and one more thing, if it is constant also, not only 0, if it is constant also, if this current is does not changes, if current is constant also, magnetic field is 0. Not only 0, if current is 0, magnetic field is 0. If current constant also, okay, now that time if current changes means magnetic field change. If magnetic field change means flux change. If current constant means magnetic field does not change. If magnetic field does not change means magnetic field is constant. If current constant means magnetic field constant. Magnetic field constant means flux is equal to 0. According to Faraday, if magnetic field changes, then only flux will change. Okay. So this is third case, very, very important case. Okay, keep it in mind. Whenever there is no current passing through the inductor, that time magnetic field is equal to 0. If a magnetic field is equal to 0, then magnetic flux is equal to 0. If magnetic flux is equal to 0, then induced EMF is equal to 0 and induced current is equal to 0. If current is equal to constant, then magnetic field is constant. If magnetic field is constant, flux is constant. If flux is constant, then induced EMF is equal to 0. This is another case in this only. I is equal to constant, sometime they given. That means, for example, some 5 amps current is passing through this conductor. From starting of the process to ending of the process, same current is passing through that, only 5 amps. That time current is constant. Current constant means magnetic field is constant. If magnetic field constant means flux constant. If flux constant means induced EMF is equal to 0, induced current also 0. Because according to Faraday, flux changes, then only it will produce induced EMF. If flux is constant, there is no induced EMF. Okay, so that's why if flux is constant, definitely induced EMF is equal to 0 and electric current is equal to 0. So these are the 3 important cases. My dear student, don't panic here. Very simple concept. Here 3 cases what we discussed. EMF is, induced EMF is supports the decreasing current. Induced EMF is opposes the increasing current. That is case 1. Okay. Induced EMF is supports the decreasing current. That is case 2. In case 3, if current is equal to 0, then induced EMF is equal to 0, induced current is equal to 0. If current is equal to constant, the current passing through the conductor is constant, then also induced EMF is equal to 0 and induced current is equal to 0. How? According to Faraday's law. According to, here you can write it. According to Faraday's law. Okay, so this is about case 1, case 2, case 3. Now we will discuss one more important concept regarding the self-induction. So please note down this. Okay. And now application 1. Very, very important application. Self-inductance of circular coil. Self-inductance of circular coil. Okay, what is the self-inductance of circular coil? Generally, circular coil should contain n number of turns. So I consider this is a circular coil. Okay, some electric current I is passing through this circular coil in this direction. Okay, so electric current is passing through this circular coil. This circular coil, let circular coil contains n number of turns. Contains n number of turns. So coil means it contains n number of turns. Loop means it has only one turn. Okay, so it contains n number of turns. Okay, if current is passing through this circular loop, this is a circular coil, it is made with some conductor. Okay, definitely magnetic field is developed in this conductor. If current changes, I consider this current is changes, then what will happen? If this current is changes means definitely magnetic field is changes. If magnetic field is changes means magnetic flux is changes. If magnetic flux is changes means EMF is induced and current is induced. That means the total flux, according to self-induction concept, the total flux linked with this coil is directly proportional to current I, electric current passing through this coil. So according to self-induction concept, the total flux linked with this coil directly proportional to electric current passing through this coil. So what is total flux linked with this coil? You know already, the total flux is n pi. N pi is directly proportional to I. Why we are taking here n pi? Because here it contains n number of turns. Here each turn should contain magnetic flux pi, I consider. Then n number of turns are there. Then total flux is n pi. N pi is directly proportional to I. If flux formula is, you know already, flux formula is VA cos theta. VA cos theta directly proportional to I. If you remove this proportionality, okay, so if you remove this proportionality, first of all you should write like this, you know already, self-inductance concept, n pi is equal to Li. While we are removing this proportionality, we are placing some constant. That constant is called self-inductance L. N pi is equal to Li. Here n means number of turns. Pi means, first to find magnetic flux value here. Magnetic flux pi is equal to B bar dot A bar is the formula. Then VA cos theta. Here theta is angle between B bar and A bar. So observe here, how to find magnetic field direction? By using right hand thumb rule. Right hand thumb rule. Fingers indicates direction of current. Thumb indicates direction of magnetic field. Here current direction is clockwise direction. Then thumb indicates direction of magnetic field. That means here magnetic field direction is into the face. Magnetic field direction is into the face. Are you understood? Here current direction is clockwise. Then magnetic field direction is into the face. So the fingers are placing along the direction of current. Then thumb indicates the direction of magnetic field. Here direction of magnetic field is into the face. So magnetic field is into the face. Here theta is angle between B bar and A bar. Magnetic field direction into the face means it is entered like this. Like this is the magnetic field direction. Area direction also perpendicular to this. Area is, you know already, area direction always we consider perpendicular to coil. For example, let us consider this scale. Area direction is acting along this, because this scale is perpendicular to this coil or not. So scale is perpendicular to this coil. That means area direction is acting along this scale, and magnetic field direction also acting same direction. B bar and A bar both are acting same direction. Then theta value is 0. Theta value is 0. BA cos 0 degrees. Then what we will get? BA cos 0 value is 1. Then we will get BA. Okay, flux value is here BA. Okay, dear student, here magnetic field is into the phase. Magnetic field is into the phase. That means it is moving perpendicular to the coil, and again area direction always we consider perpendicular to the coil. Then B bar and A bar direction both are acting same direction. That's why theta is equal to 0 degrees. Okay, here theta is angle between A bar comma B bar, that is equal to 0 degrees. Okay, so we got pi is equal to BA. Substitute that pi is equal to BA, that is equal to Li. N means number of turns. B means magnetic field. Magnetic field due to circular coil. What is the formula of magnetic field due to circular coil? Magnetic field due to circular coil. Please revise the concept of magnetic effect of current chapter. Magnetic field due to circular coil formula. B is equal to mu naught I by 2R. Mu naught I by 2R. So let us substitute that formula here. B means mu naught I by 2R. A means here area. Area is generally, area of the circle is pi r square is equal to, if R is the radius of this circle, definitely area of this circle is pi r square. Pi r square is equal to L into I. So observe carefully here. Here I is there, here I is there. This I get cancelled. Then what is left here? L is equal to, if it is coil, definitely we consider Ni, because one turn is there, current is I. If N number of turns are there, current is Ni. Total current is Ni. So mu naught Ni by 2R. So here also we will get some N. Mu naught Ni by 2R. Magnetic field linked with the coil formula mu naught Ni by 2R. So here I get cancelled. Then what is left here? From this we got self-inductance circular coil formula. We got mu naught into N into N square. Here a square or cancel. Mu naught N square into pi by 2. N square into pi by 2. Mu naught N square into pi. Here one R is left. Pi R by 2. Okay. This is very, very important formula. What is the self-inductance of circular coil? Self-inductance of circular coil is mu naught into N square into pi R by 2. Here N means number of turns. R means radius of circular coil. R means here radius of circular coil. Okay. Mu naught means permeability of free space. Mu naught is nothing but permeability of free space. I will discuss. So these are all parameters. Before that, please note down. Here, simple thing, how to find self-inductance of circular coil. I will recapitulate one more time. Please observe carefully. If current is changes, while current I is passing through this loop, this current is changes. So definitely some magnetic flux is changes. That magnetic flux linked with this coil, the total magnetic flux linked with this coil is directly proportional to current passing through it. Total magnetic flux formula, here it contains n number of turns. Each turn flux is pi I consider, then total flux is equal to n pi. Total flux is n pi. N pi is directly proportional to I. N pi is equal to, while we are removing this proportionality, we are placing some proportionality constant, that is L I consider. N pi is equal to Li. N pi. So first we need to find magnetic flux formula. What is magnetic flux formula? Magnetic flux pi is equal to B bar dot A bar. That means BA cos theta. So BA, theta value is here 0 degrees because magnetic field is acting perpendicular to this coil and area is also acting perpendicular to this coil. Both are acting same direction. That's why theta is equal to 0 degrees. If you substitute cos 0 value is 1, then we got here flux is equal to BA. Substitute that here flux is BA, NBA is equal to LI. Here B is nothing but magnetic field due to circular coil. What is the formula of magnetic field due to circular coil? Mu naught Ni by 2R. Here N means number of turns. So substitute that. Here I get cancelled, R get cancelled. Finally we got self inductance L is equal to mu naught N square into pi R by 2. Okay. So here self inductance we got L is equal to mu naught into N square pi into R by 2. So dear student, please observe carefully this. From this, we can conclude few points. What are that? Self-inductance depends upon medium between the coils. For example, this is a coil. Here some air is present in this coil, circular coil. So this is a coil. Here some medium is there. That is, I consider inside some ferromagnetic material is there. I consider inside some ferromagnetic material is there. Ferromagnetic material is there. Where permeability is more? If ferromagnetic material is there, then magnetic permeability is more. So for ferromagnetic material, permeability is more. What is meant by permeability? The name itself, permit means it allows. Ability to allows. Permeability means ability to allows magnetic field lines. That is called permeability. So here, ferromagnet has more ability to allow magnetic field lines. If you are sending some 100 magnetic field lines, this ferromagnetic material has capability to capture all 100 magnetic field lines, because here observe carefully, because it has more magnetic permeability. Mu value is more for ferromagnetic material. Okay, so mu naught is nothing but permeability of free space. Permeability of free space. Okay, so this value is 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. Mu means permeability of medium. Permeability of medium. If you consider mu and mu naught relation, mu r is equal to mu by mu naught. Mu r is equal to mu by mu naught. Mu r means relative permeability. Mu r means here relative permeability. Relative permeability. Okay. If body kept in air or a free space, that time we consider mu naught. Mu naught means permeability of free space. If body kept in medium, that time we consider mu. Mu is permeability of medium. Here mu r is, we have to correlate this mu and mu naught with the term that is a relative permeability. The name itself relative, that means it is used to relate these two parameters. Mu and mu naught parameters are related by using this parameter. What is this? Mu r is nothing but relative permeability. Mu r is equal to mu into mu naught. We can write this formula like this also. Self inductance L is equal to, here mu naught is nothing but mu, if medium is present, if any medium is present, we write mu into n square into pi r by 2. Okay. If coil is placed in air, if coil placed in air, then self inductance formula mu naught into n square into pi r by 2. If coil is placed in a medium, placed in a medium, we will write L is equal to mu into n square into pi r by 2. N square into pi r by 2. Okay. So here we can write this mu, instead of mu, we will write like this also. What is the formula here? L is equal to mu means, mu is nothing but mu r into mu naught. Mu r into, mu is nothing but mu r into mu naught into n square pi r by 2. So these are the several formulas we are using for the self-inductance of circular coil based upon the situation. If the coil placed in air, we will take mu naught n square pi r by 2. If the coil placed in some medium, that medium may be ferromagnetic material, we kept ferromagnetic material inside it, or it may be kept any medium. So that time we consider mu into n square into pi r by 2. Okay. So this mu is nothing but mu r into mu naught. We will replace instead of mu r into mu naught. So mu r into mu naught into n square into pi r by 2. So please note down these formulas. Very important. These formulas are helpful for solving numericals. Now observe carefully. I need to tell here few important points. Observe carefully. Self-inductance depends upon following factors. Self-inductance depends upon following factors. You know already, self-inductance is independent upon EMF. Self-inductance is independent upon current. Self-inductance is independent upon magnetic flux. Okay. Then what parameters it depends? It depends upon medium. It depends upon medium. The medium which we place the body. The body placed in medium. The body placed in medium. Okay. So self-inductance is depends upon the body placed in medium. Okay. Next, second one, number of turns. Number of turns. Okay. Next, R means radius. It depends upon radius. Okay, it depends upon length, it depends upon shape. So radius, length and shape of conductor or a body, whatever you consider. Okay, so self-inductance depends upon these main parameters. It depends upon the body placed in medium, it depends upon number of turns, it depends upon radius, length and shape of conductor. It depends upon geometry. Okay, it depends upon geometry. So these are the main important factors the self-inductance will depends. That means if number of turns increases means self-inductance increases. If radius is increases means self-inductance increases. A simple thing here, you know already Ohm's law. So in case of Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. Resistance is independent upon voltage. Resistance is independent upon current. But resistance is depends upon length and area. Resistance depends upon dimensions. Similarly, the self-inductance also depends upon geometry and dimensions. It depends upon geometry and dimensions. Okay. So this is the thing. Next, we will discuss application 2. Next, we will discuss application 2. Self-inductance of solenoid. Self-inductance of solenoid. So what is the formula of self-inductance of solenoid? We'll discuss now. Please observe carefully. You know already how to draw solenoid. Solenoid is like a spring-like structure. This is nothing but a helical structure. Okay, solenoid is present like a spring-like structure. Some electric current is passing through this solenoid. Then what will happen? If this electric current is changes, please recapitulate that. So the whole concept depends upon that concept only. If electric current is changes, flux changes. Flux is changes, then EMF or electric current is induced in that coil. So here I consider this solenoid has n number of turns. It has n number of turns. Number of turns. And capital N is number of turns. Small n is nothing but number of turns per length. Number of turns per length. Okay. Here number of turns is nothing but capital N, per length means L. Small n is equal to number of turns by length, that is N by L. Okay. So here L is nothing but length of solenoid. L is nothing but length of solenoid. Length of solenoid. Okay. So please observe carefully here. This current is changes, I consider. Whenever this current is changes, definitely some flux is changes. So that means the total magnetic flux linked with this solenoid is directly proportional to electric current passing through this solenoid. The electric current passing through this solenoid. That means the total flux is nothing but N pi is directly proportional to I. If you are removing this proportionality, we are placing some constant. That constant is nothing but Li. So that constant is here L. L is nothing but self-inductance. Here the proportionality constant is self-inductance. Okay, N pi is equal to Li. So please observe carefully here. N into pi is equal to Li. Here pi means magnetic flux. What is the magnetic flux formula? N into Ba cos theta. Flux formula is Ba cos theta, that is equal to L into I. Here theta value is angle between B bar and A bar. So observe carefully. B bar direction is B bar direction. So here the current is entered like this. This is current direction. Current direction is clockwise. Definitely magnetic field is into the phase. I told in lecture 2 some tricks. If magnetic field is into the phase, then electric current direction is clockwise. If magnetic field is out of phase, then electric current direction is anti-clockwise. So these are the simple tricks. So keep it in mind. Without applying right hand thumb rule, how to find direction of magnetic field? Simple. If it is current direction, magnetic field direction into the phase, then current direction is clockwise. If magnetic field direction is out of phase, then current direction is anti-clockwise. Okay, vice versa. So if electric current is clockwise, then magnetic field is into the phase. If electric current is anti-clockwise, then magnetic field is out of phase. Simple thing. How can we got this? By using right hand thumb rule. Okay, L is equal to length of solenoid. Then here theta is 0 degrees because magnetic field is acting into the phase. Area direction also perpendicular to this coil. Magnetic field also perpendicular to this coil. Definitely theta value is 0. Substitute that N into B into A cos 0. Cos 0 degrees is equal to L into I. Then cos 0 value is 1. N into B into A cos 0 is 1, that is equal to Li. Okay. Here flux formula is Ba cos theta. I substitute flux formula Ba cos theta. So theta value is 0. Then we got cos 0 value 1. Then NBA is equal to Li. NBA is equal to Li. N into B means magnetic field due to solenoid. This is very, very important. So magnetic field due to solenoid formula. Magnetic field due to solenoid. B is equal to mu naught into small n into I. Magnetic field due to solenoid formula. B is equal to mu naught into small n into I. Then substitute that mu naught into small n into I into area means A only you consider. Then L into I. Then what we will get here? Instead of small n, can I place instead of small n here capital N? Small n is equal to n by L. You know already small n is nothing but n by L. Then substitute instead of small n by L, because here small n means number of turns by length. So substitute that. N into mu naught into n by L into I into A is equal to Li. Then, so we'll get here n into n square, mu naught into n square, mu naught into n square into I into A is equal to Li. Here I get cancelled. Then finally what is left here? Mu naught n square A by L. So the self-inductance of solenoid, is L is equal to mu naught into n square into A by L. Dear student, here simple thing, if you multiply this formula with the numerator and denominator with L, if you multiply this formula, if you consider directly this, no problem at all. Otherwise, sometimes they are asking the self-inductance formula in the form of only small n. Here this formula is in capital N. They are asking sometimes the self-inductance formula in case of small n. That means small n is nothing but here number of turns by length. Here for this formula multiply numerator and denominator with L. Then what we will get? L is equal to mu naught into n square into A into L by L square. So I multiply numerator and denominator with L. Okay. So then what we will get? L into L. Here I multiply L and denominator also with L. Then what we will get here? So here, so I will write here, please observe carefully. What is final value we got? L is equal to mu naught into n square by L square. N square by L square. Can I write like this? N by L whole square. N by L whole square into A into L. So simple. Mu naught into capital N by L is nothing but small n. So now we will replace instead of capital N by L, small n. Small n square into A into L. Okay. So we had mainly two important formulas for self-inductance of solenoid. One is self-inductance of solenoid L is equal to mu naught into n square into A by L. This is in the form of number of turns. Self-inductance of solenoid in the case of number of turns per length, mu naught into small n square into A into L. So these two formulas are very, very important. So please note down this concept. Simple logics here. We are applying the whole concept is similar concept. But the thing is, if you take a circular coil, that case we consider magnetic field is mu naught I by 2R. So if you consider solenoid, that case magnetic field is mu naught small n into I. So only magnetic field formula is changes here. So except that the total concept is same in case of application 1 and application 2. Okay. So now okay. So here I will write application 1 and application 2 only formulas. So note point 1, self-inductance of self-inductance of circular coil. What is the formula of self-inductance of circular coil? So observe carefully. Note point 1, self-inductance of circular coil. What is formula we got? L is equal to mu naught n square mu naught n square pi by 2. Self inductance of solenoid. Solenoid. L is equal to mu naught n square into A into L. Mu naught n square into A into L. This is in the form of number of turns, or L is equal to mu naught into n square by L into A. Mu naught into n square into A into L. Otherwise, L is equal to mu naught into n square into A by L. So these are the two applications. This is application 1. We discuss self-inductance of circular coil. That formula is mu naught n square pi by 2, and self-inductance of solenoid, that is mu naught n square A by L. Okay. Next. So generally, self-inductance of circular coil B is equal to N pi is equal to Li. N into pi means B into A is equal to Li. Then N into B means mu naught Ni by 2R into pi R square. Okay. So here mu naught n square pi R by 2. Sorry. So this is mu naught n square pi R by 2. This is mu naught n square into A into L. So the otherwise mu naught n square by L into A. Okay. Here mu naught means permeability of free space. N means number of turns. R means radius of the coil. Okay. Here mu naught means permeability of free space. N means number of turns per length. A means area. L means length of the solenoid. A means area of the solenoid. Okay. So this is the overall concept of self-induction.